Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. I got a fun little segment for you guys today. So if you watch the channel, you know I've been modifying this Z06 for well over a year now. I've done at least 30 aftermarket things to it. Some more aesthetic, some more performance, some for comfort. But I want to consolidate this list down to, I think, 5 of the mods I've done that really transform the feel of the car and the overall experience of it in a much better way than it comes out of the box, if that makes sense. All 5 of these can be done for about $25 to $3,000. So yeah, let's assume you get a C5 Corvette for 15, put another $3 grand into it, and you got like a brand new car. And all these I touch on, I've done an install on over the last year on my channel somewhere, so feel free to go through my library and find it. And any questions, of course, let me know. And yeah, I recommend if you're on like money constraint or time restraint, these are the 5 biggest impact. And real quick, for those of you that follow the channel, my coilovers look amazing. They still drive amazing. I have the rear end exactly where I want it. I got about, from the fender well to the tire, about 1.5 inches up front. I need to adjust a little bit more, but it's almost there. All right, I'm talking a lot. Let's go ahead and get into these 5 things. And I'm going to do these in no particular order. They all have a very high impact. All right, number 1, which is one I just did last week, and that is coilovers. I wish I had done this mod first. This set me back just at about $1,100 with the sway bar, end links, and bushings. About $1,300, but not bad at all. These things have come down in price a lot over the years. I recommend the BC coilovers. I got the silvers are good. If you have a question on a brand, let me know. The install is kind of intimidating, but not impossible. I have a complete how-to I just did last week, but this completely transformed the behavior of the car, how it feels. It feels like a brand new car again. It's a lot more composed. It feels more like a proper sports car. It just feels tight, not in a bad way. Man, it's really hard to explain without driving the damn thing, but it just feels really nice. I haven't tracked it or done any crazy aggressive driving yet, but from the driving I've done, I am thoroughly impressed with coilovers. A huge difference. And with your conventional, well, the Corvette conventional leaf springs, you have interference between wheel to wheel. So even if you're going around a tight corner, you're going to have some feedback on the other wheel just because they're connected with a mono spring. With a coilover, all 4 corners are independent of each other, so it totally gets rid of that, and it just feels great. And they're very adjustable. Right now I'm gonna have them right in the middle setting. I like it. I might make them a little softer, and I can make them a lot softer if I wanted to, but for the right in the middle setting, how they come out of the box, it feels great. So no complaints. So coilovers, that's my first mod. I definitely recommend if you're just getting to a C5 or you've had one for a while and you want to modify. Number 1. Number 2, this one was also a huge game changer. This is kind of 2 things, but one and the same. You can get just the one, but I recommend both of these, and that is a short throw shifter and a tick master cylinder. And the shifter I went with is the MGW, the flat stick. Feels amazing in the hand, amazing throws. That paired with the tick master cylinder, I have not missed a shift. Before doing this, someone had a Hurst in it, and I had some weird off-brand master cylinder, but 4th and 1st on occasion would grind, even after adjusting it. But no, with the install of the master cylinder, the tick, and the MGW, amazing, flawless shifts, amazing shifts. The pedal feels a little firm, but in a good way. The shifts are crisp and accurate, and it just really confidence inspiring, if that makes sense, and it really transformed the driving experience. So number 2, really recommend short throw shifter, master cylinder. The stock master cylinders, the clutch master cylinder in these guys, it's got a very tiny bore. The bore on the tick is a little bigger. That's why you get a little bit more resistance on your clutch as a whole with your foot. But to me, it's not a big deal. You get used to it in about 10 minutes. Awesome upgrade. Awesome upgrade. You can do both of those for about $400, give or take. Not crazy expensive. I know $400 isn't cheap, but for the experience it gives you, highly recommend. So number 2, shifter, master cylinder. Boom. Number 3, the seats. Oh my god. Okay, so if you have a C5 or gonna get a C5, you've probably seen or know that the C5 seats are trash. Some people will try to defend them, but I mean, come on, let's call a spade a spade. They're garbage. GM had to save money where they could. There's no bolstering. They're very flappy. they don't hold you in at all. The levers for adjusting, it's like a cheap Chinese material. The brackets they use from the factory are super thin. Nothing about them, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you like the look, it's cool. I didn't care for it. They're built cheap. The leathers felt really cheap. Any case, new seats totally transforms this car. I rolled the dice on some cheap Amazon seats, and it's been a year. They're still holding up amazing. The brackets are fine. The adjustability is just fine. They feel great. They actually hold you in around corners. I could not imagine going back to the stock C5 seats. They're such doo-doo. But yes, and these seats are like $170 a piece. I'm not sure what they're going for now on Amazon. They might have creeped up a little bit, but you can get the brackets and the seats for something like $400 and do the install yourself. And again, I have a video on my channel somewhere of doing the install. Not crazy hard to do, but that paired with the short throw totally transformed the car. It made it feel a lot more like my C7 I had before this. Amazing. That's number 3. Number 4 is something any performance car you should get, and that is the simple exhaust system. I'm not talking about headers or an X-pipe, which is good to do, but if you just want something quick and dirty, if you just throw an axle back on this guy, a Borla, a Corsa, a Billy Boat, all are great exhaust. You can't go wrong with any of them. At the end of the day, you're starting to split hairs. They all sound fine. It just comes down to your personal preference. I personally went with the Billy Boat PRTs. It has nice bass sound to it. I had the Corsa Extreme when I got it. They were a little more on the treble side, loud like a scream. I wanted more of a bass when he started. Like, woo! I like that. A muscle car, sports car, muscle car. But no, you can't go wrong. And it really wakes up the car and your neighbors, and it's great. I love it. Can't go wrong with a good exhaust system on the C5, even if it is just an axle back. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend just a simple exhaust. And number 5, this one's kind of polarizing, and that's sound deadening. Now the C5, especially the C5 Z06, they use almost no insulation on the car at all. You pretty much got your undercarriage and then your carpet. I took all the carpet out and I did like a Dynamat. Again, I have a video on my channel somewhere if you want to watch the install process. You can do it all for like 75 bucks. So then I did a Dynamat and a thin layer of foam and then the carpet back on. World of difference. All the weird wind noises and mechanical noises were really just filtered out. It's a much more pleasant driving experience, especially with the windows up at speed. You can have a conversation with the person next to you, just a normal conversation at highway speeds with the windows up. It's pretty amazing. The first time I got in and put the windows up, it was like awkwardly quiet in the car, but in a good way. So I recommend sound insulation in the C5Z or any C5 for that matter. It just gives it more of a premium feel. I understand the Z06 is supposed to be kind of raw, but me personally, I just wanted that more insulated sound. I travel a lot and I'm on the phone a lot, so hands-free of course. And I just want to be able to talk to someone on the phone when I'm driving. And before this, it was just like, what? But now I can talk to someone and it's just fine. Easy day. It's just fine. It sounds nice. So those 5 items put together will completely transform your C5 Corvette. Now I've done a lot more other little things too, like little light deals, a whole new radio, aftermarket steering wheel, headers, X-pipe, tune. The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a square setup with the 18s up front so I can run either the C6 Z06 calipers or the Willwood calipers. And then this build's getting close to being done. I'm going to replace the visor soon and maybe do some leather on the door and then a cam, and then will it be done? I don't know. So we'll see. That's where I'm at. But yeah, those are the 5 things that I highly recommend if you're just getting into the C5 Corvette game and you're like, where the hell do I start? I would start there. So hopefully someone found this informative. And any questions about anything I just listed, feel free to ask me. I love answering questions. No problems at all. I love talking Corvette. Later this week, real quick, I will be doing the adjustment video, coilovers. Like I said, I gotta finish the fronts, then I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. Then we're running over, getting a proper alignment, and we'll go for a fun little cruise. I haven't done that in a while with the GoPro. Cool. And then Corvette news coming maybe this weekend. We'll see. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys next time. Mark out.